Are you also scared of losing your job to AI? Or you think that your tech skills are outdated? You're not alone in tech industry. The only way to stay relevant is to keep upscaling. Hi everybody, this is Gauri Guglani and I currently work as an analytics consultant at Entity Data. And in this video, I will explain you how upskilling is so important if you have to survive in the tech industry. Stay with me till the end to know how you can do it and how you can just escape the route of getting a job taken over by AI. Technology is changing very fast, very rapidly. New programming languages, new tools, new AI LLM models every day, every minute somebody is building in the corner of the world, and some new inventions are coming out every day. But we don't have to be scared of that. We have to embrace it by learning it or upskilling it, by keeping ourselves up to date. What's relevant today might be obsolete in coming 2 years. But what companies want, they don't want people who are not at all updated, who are living in past year, past time. So you don't have to wait for the companies to tell you to update yourself, to upgrade yourself. You have to take that charge and you have to update yourself by learning new skills and technologies. Because even company wants that. Company wants, if the new trends are coming up in the market, we don't want our employees to stay behind. They want that our people should also grow with the upcoming technologies and tools coming up. We all remember how we used to have personal computers, then came laptops, then mobile phones, mobile apps, then cloud technologies, and now AI. And the same way, today's tech will also evolve in coming time, in coming years. So we also have to evolve ourselves. This is our personal responsibility. Otherwise, soon we are also going to be obsolete. And also, I've seen people thinking that upskilling means taking courses, going to classes. It's not like that. Upskilling is just thriving to learn new things, even though it's on your own. Read books, read blogs, tech articles. But people mostly think upskilling means let's take a course, pay heavy charge, and let's do a new course. And I'll be upskilled. No. Practical applications, implement things on yourself, explore new tools, try the free trial versions of different tools which are trending in the market, which you feel that it's demanding. So we need to think accordingly and thrive to upgrade ourselves so that we are not left behind in the market of tech. So as I said, people who want to really thrive and people who want to really stay in this field of tech, they don't wait for the company to come and tell them, or the organization in which they are working, that please learn this thing, learn this tool, go and take that course. No, they won't tell you that, and you don't have to wait for them. You have to take your charge and you have to start learning on your own. So do not wait for your company to train you. Take charge, build things, build applications, experiment with things, and then see what suits you better and where you have mastered yourself. A small example of a smartphone itself. Do you use the same smartphone which you were using 5 years ago with the same update? No, right? We keep updating our smartphone as soon as a new update comes up. The first thing we do is click on install the update, and it takes some time and the installation happens. So why not take our own responsibility and update ourselves? Otherwise, I used to think, even I was in my college days, I used to think, okay, once my college is done, that's it, I don't have to study again. But when I entered tech and I am seeing how things are changing so rapidly, I have realized that it's not easy to stay in tech without upgrading yourself. You need to keep upgrading, keep learning things. If today somebody comes and asks me what is LLM or what is ChatGPT, and I say I have no idea, I have to read about it, it will be a big shock to the other person, because I am working in tech and it's so much emerging field and I don't know about it. It's a very, that person doesn't even care what's happening in tech. So how can we expect that we get better jobs, good jobs, or how can we expect we get good hikes and packages without upgrading ourselves? So do not treat your career that way. If you're not treating your phone, your smartphone in such way, you update your smartphone also. So update your career also. Okay, now let us understand how to upskill the right way. What's the right way of upskilling and learning, updating yourself? So there's a T method which I really like it. T method is simply as you should know the basic concepts of everything which is going on, but a specialization in the one thing, which is T. So example, if you see currently lot of things are going on. It's LLMs are coming up, new cloud technologies are coming up, AWS, Azure, GCP, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, lot and lot of things are going on. You have so many fields in tech now, even not in tech also, even in data only we have so many fields. Now it's your responsibility to understand that if I was using example Informatica as a ETL tool, but that was not in cloud, so what cloud technologies are coming up now, what I have to move from on-premise to cloud technology, so that I am, because companies are changing themselves. Companies are no more using on-premises system. They are moving from on-premise to cloud. Now you have to see, if you do not have any knowledge about cloud, to take charge for that. You have to start learning cloud. You have to pick that focus area and get involved in that particular new technology and start learning, practicing it. So that in the next job, if person says that, oh, you only know on-premise, you do not know any cloud, and you don't have to make a blank face, no, I don't know cloud. You can confidently say, I know cloud, I have worked on these practical implementations, I have done some projects also. So that is the reason it's important to pick a focus area, check what you're doing currently and what latest things are happening in that related field. So you don't have to just, suppose if I'm doing A, I don't have to go and study Z. You have to take your related field. Also, the best way to learn any new thing, practicing it and not by learning theory. Like I know for so many, during my college days, I used to think learning theory and having theoretical knowledge is better, but afterwards I realized, oh god, I just have theoretical knowledge, I don't have practical implementations. So now if I want to study anything, I start backwards. Backward means I take a project and then start doing by learning. So learning by doing, that's how it happens now, and it's a good way of learning. You learn fast this way. So pick your focus area, check your related field, what's happening in your current related field, what's trending now, what companies are asking. If you want, go and check the job descriptions. See, search your current tag. Example, I'm a data analyst. I'll go on LinkedIn, best place, will search on job section, what data analyst currently people are asking. What tech stack people are asking for the role of data analyst. I'll check that. I will see what skills they have written there, and based on that, I will see what I know and how can I improve myself with that. So it's important that you understand that you don't have to go to north and south. You have to just see your area, your related field, and you have to pick that and have knowledge in that sector. And specifically example, you are a data scientist, so now use the T method. If you are not very pro in AI and LLMs and all, have an overview of all the things going on and be mastery in single thing. Like now, upskilling doesn't mean that you have to do one day and then leave it for months. You have to be consistent, do it daily, 1 hour, 30 minutes at least, so that you are not left behind with the link and with the connection which you started doing. So you have a good connection and relationship with things you are learning. Because when we start learning and then we suddenly leave it, then there is no relation. We can't relate anymore and we forget things easily. Better to have consistency, even though it's 30 minutes, do it daily. Use that what skills I should learn, and you feel that whatever mentioned in job description, I know, I'm up to date. Network, ask people, ask your seniors, not in your organization, maybe connect on LinkedIn. Text people that I am currently working in this tech stack. What do you think I should learn more to keep myself up to date and upskill myself? Ask people, take help from them, see what they say. Ask them what you are doing at your level. So in this way, you will get a very huge horizon about what's happening in the industry, what people are doing, and what you need to learn to upgrade yourself. Because I keep asking my seniors, colleagues, that I know these things right now, what I should add more to my bucket to have a better influence on my tech stack or my implementations or projects. So that's the important part, to know what's happening. You only think if you do this consistently, if you are up to date, you're following the industry, what's happening, you know the news, you know what's new, what new things are coming up. Two people are there, you and your friend. Your friend does not upskill himself, very happy with what he's doing. He feels he's up to date and he feels that he doesn't need to upgrade himself because this technology is all right for him and it's going to stay for more 10 years. And you, in fact, are continuously upskilling yourself, studying daily 30 minutes at least, and you know same skills like him, but you have added more to your bucket, and now you have complementary skills also. You have other skills also which you feel that with your current skill set it will be helpful, and now both of you go for a job interview. People think that this person, you, of course you have more skills, and you will be a boon to the company, because company can take help from you in other technologies also, not in just one technology which both of you knows. So of course, who will be hired first? You, because you have practically implemented also in terms of your projects and all, and you have good knowledge also. So that is the reason how to stay ahead is only by upskilling yourself in tech industry. Because I was also same person thinking that we just need to learn one thing and stay there, because now not, because current trend is not like that. There was a time when people used to study Java and they used to do Java complete life. I have a friend, I have a cousin who is pro in Java, and the day he started doing job till now he's doing Java. If you are from this generation and you are learning, you know what's happening around. Anytime people are developing no code, low code applications. There are so many tools coming up where you don't need to write any code. A basic example. Now, previously when I used to study, I did internships for website development and all. Now you don't need website development because you have ready-made no-code website development tools already. Now a person who knows only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, how will he survive with only these three technology when the market is so much saturated in terms of these basic things? So you need to keep adding in your bucket to stay relevant. That was my only intention and to only guidance which I can tell all my juniors and even my colleagues and friends also. So what's that one skill which you are planning to learn? Comment down, and I hope this video will be helpful for you and you will understand that it's so important in tech industry to keep updating and upskilling yourself to stay relevant and to not stay behind the market of tech. So if you like this video, share with your friends, tell them also to study and upskill themselves.